Y'all, things just hit the fan. Lil Durk was arrested in Florida on unaliving for hire charges following the arrests of 5 men affiliated with his Only the Family hip-hop collective who were also in a plot that allegedly targeted Quando Rondo as retaliation for the death of King Von. Allegedly, even with his arrest, the streets are saying that Lil Durk is still speaking from jail, and his suggestion to Quando is that he get as far away as possible. And guess how the prosecutors got Lil Durk? According to reports, they wired Lil Durk's crew member.
There's a guy named OTF Jam.
That was wired.
Very ironic name.
Jam
now
got
he
him
put
in
everyone
a
in a jam.
Did 12 years.
12
got
years.
out, interviewed, said he kept it real, brought him cars, gave him 50,000.
Right.
This. Made mention that ain't no smut on his name. He ain't never been a rat. Caught a gun case. But eventually he flipped.
I mean, it's always something cray-cray happening in Hollywood, so how about we just get right into breaking this entire case down? Okay guys, before all this ripple effect of people getting unalived left, right, and center, all these artists were just trying to make it in the industry. Lil Durk obviously had his breakthrough in the 2010s after signing to Def Jam Records and releasing the albums Remember My Name in 2015 and Lil Durk 2X in 2016. He later signed with Alamo Records and earned his first Grammy nominations for Laugh Now, Cry Later, a collaboration with Drake in 2021. He also topped the Billboard 200 for the first time with 7220, with 7220 in 2022, and released his biggest hit, All My Life, his Grammy-winning collaboration with J. Cole in 2023. In addition to trying to make it, there was a pretty solid relationship between Durk, Rondo, Youngboy Never Broke Again, who signed Quando Rondo to his Never Broke Again imprint in 2018, and King Von, who was signed to Durk's OTF label.
But from my understanding, ma'am, it was a love. I had a relationship with the big bro. Not want to say his name. Not, you feel me? You know what I'm talking about, the dude that was on my album.
Okay.
Like, it was all love with us from my understanding.
I've heard you say positive things about him.
You feel me?
As an artist, and y'all hung out.
Now, as young King Von's profile rose with the success of the Crazy Story series in 2018 and 2019, he crossed paths with both Quando Rondo and Youngboy, and there are actually receipts showing Rondo and Von on friendlier terms years ago. But tension started brewing after an Instagram live session where King Von dissed some of Youngboy's music, and this sparked a series of social media exchanges, subs, and even photo ops involving respective exes. The situation then escalated in November 2020, and in one of King Von's interviews where he appeared on Academic's livestream, he provided a quick update on the tension with Youngboy and downplayed any beef, saying, "They be saying that a lot. It's like we got the same issues and you know how the internet will try to make it, but it ain't nothing sincere, nothing that you should worry about." But after downplaying the beef, a few days later, Quando was involved in the deadly Atlanta incident that claimed the life of King Von. Based on reports, Quando was napping in a car outside the club, and when he woke up, Von's crew was there, and things suddenly got tense. There was actually surveillance footage that was making rounds that appeared to show King Von throwing punches at Quando Rondo and his crew, and this is the exact same thing Quando said.
Anything which anybody should do.
Right. And everybody knows you there right now because people were taking pictures with you.
Come on, man. You feel me? Boom, bam. Boom, bam. I walk from the car. I turn around to walk up. I see a group of people coming. In my mind, I'm just thinking regular in reality, like you would think. I'm about to let these people walk past me. I'm not about to try to go through these people or nothing like that. Because I know, like, in the Hollywood world, I don't want, like, I'm thinking it's some regular individuals. If I would have just tried to walk through them, they would have been like, that nigga Quando Rondo think he this, he think he that, he think he a big dog, he tried to walk through us, and you feel me? So I'm letting this group come by. Next thing you know, it hit me.
So the incident reportedly took place at around 3 a.m., and at the time, the Atlanta Police Deputy Chief said that the physical altercation escalated into an exchange with the two groups. He also said that 2 police officers who were working at that particular club or lounge noticed the altercation and engaged some of the people involved, and there was an exchange with police as well. Unfortunately, King Von did not make it out alive. Then just hours after the incident, Timothy Leaks, also known as Lil Tim, was arrested and charged. 2 weeks after the incident, Quando Rondo released a song titled End of Story, apparently addressing his role in the incident, and he claimed the incident was self-defense, rapping, "He shouldn't have never put his hands on me. Look at the footage. That's all the evidence." In addition, while speaking to Angela Yee in an interview, Quando Rondo also claimed he and his entourage were merely acting in self-defense. Tensions were actually still high a couple of weeks after the incident when Quando Rondo canceled a performance he was supposed to do in Macon, and he blamed the mayor and the local police for the cancellation. In fact, one of Rondo's associates claimed that another Chicago rapper, 600 Breezy, put a request into the police. This was the second show of Rondo's to be canceled, with another one in Brunswick also being axed due to his legal situation. At the time, these events sparked rumors that Durk was buying tickets to Rondo's shows to intimidate him. There were also screenshots which started going viral showing alleged direct messages between Quando and Durk, and in the messages, Quando was asking to talk things out with Durk, but Durk wasn't interested. With the screenshots making rounds, Quando took to IG stories to deny the screenshots, writing, "Don't believe no internet ish. I ain't DMing nobody, and I don't have a Facebook or Snapchat." Okay, what followed in this drama was that sometime in 2021, Lil Tim was granted a $100,000 bond and released from jail after spending 4 months behind bars, and Rondo was so overjoyed that he announced the news on his Instagram. And a couple of days later, during an Instagram live session, investigation, Chicago rapper and King Von's friend Lil Reese was asked how he felt about Tim's release, and he said they were going to roll his behind up real soon. Now, for a while, things kind of de-escalated until the incident in 2022 that took out Quando's cousin. And then recently when Lil Durk and the 5 members of OTF were arrested. The 5 men, Kevon London Grant, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, Keith Jones, David Bryant Lindsay, and Asa Houston, who prosecutors allege have ties to only the family, were arrested in Chicago and appeared at the Dirksen U.S. courthouse. They were accused of attempting to off Quando Rondo at a gas station in Los Angeles in August 2022, but ended up fatally hitting Quando's cousin, who was with him at the time instead. For those who recall, Quando was filmed at the scene of the crime, screaming as his cousin's body was pulled from the black Cadillac Escalade sprayed with bullets. Then soon after the incident, Quando shared a few posts on Instagram, now deleted, commemorating Lil Pab. And in one photo, he and Pab were dressed in all blue and wrote in the caption, "My cuz," followed by a crying emoji. He also added a pair of commemorative posts to his Instagram stories as well, with Tupac's Life Goes On playing in the background. And he shared another photo of himself with Lil Pab in the caption, "You hurt my heart, cuz." Well, that is what has led to the arrest of Lil Durk. And according to prosecutors, the group of 5 carried out orders from and relied on the resources of OTF, with flights and rental cars paid for with a credit card associated with the label. Apparently, the OTF members acted on the orders of Durk, who prosecutors believe was looking for revenge for King Von's October 2020 death after the clash with Quando's camp in Atlanta. The indictment also alleges that Durk was attempting to flee the country at the time of his arrest. Prosecutors claimed that following the OTF arrests, Durk booked flights to Dubai and Switzerland, and then arranged a private jet to Italy, and he was arrested while heading to the airport. The feds also say that telecommunications records show a phone number associated with Durk was looking to cover his tracks when he texted one of the defendants, "Don't book no flights under no names involved with me." But here's where it gets even more interesting. Allegedly, one of Durk's crew members has been wearing a wire for 2 years, and that's how the prosecutors were able to get all the information they needed to build a case.
I think obviously there's been some rumors that there's been a snitch among his group that has been wearing a wire for some time. And if that's the case, it's going to be a very difficult case for everyone involved, depending on how much talking there was going on. What I thought was interesting with the indictment is, a lot of things around Durk basically revolve around funding. That he paid for airport, he paid for flights, he paid for hotels, he paid for car rentals, all these things that they utilized in this, quote unquote murder for hire plot. So that's really where they're tying him in right now. But I think there's going to be more to come, and I think that there's going to be individuals that either will flip or that have already flipped, or there's going to be someone very close to him that was wearing a wire that would be willing to testify as to his involvement.
I mean, it would be crazy for him to go down because one of his crew members snitched, and I know that the prosecution didn't give all the details during the indictment. So there's a possibility things are only going to get crazier from here. Meanwhile, Quando has also taken it upon himself to actually respond to the arrest. While promoting his new single, Life Goes On, Quando decided to share a few words on Instagram preaching forgiveness and positivity. He wrote, "We didn't get into this music industry to make it just to stay caught up in street-ish. We all have families and communities counting on us. It's time to leave all that behind. We've already lost so much, and it's heavy on my heart to forgive anyone I had issues with in the past. It's all love from me, praying for everyone." In the song that he was promoting, Quando also declares that he is leaving street beef behind and is now more focused on religion when he raps, "Beefing with the same color on my skin, same color of the hammer. Young ninjas round here beefing about the color of a bandana. That's why I put my flag down and I picked up a Quran, because life goes on." In addition, he also mentions his late cousin who was unalived by members of Lil Durk's OTF crew, saying, "R.I.P. Pab, my ninja really died for the guap." Well, this entire case unsurprisingly has people divided. And while some people are saying that Durk will face time, others are saying that Durk will win this case because he never told those guys to unalive Rondo's cousin. Like, he may have paid for hotels, etc., but people are saying that you can't just assume he told them to do that. Personally, I'm more focused on the allegation that someone may have been wearing a wire for 2 whole years collecting evidence. But